All right, so now the set's been redone. Yep, I got a Brad Marchand Funko Pop and all of the. It's an NHL related book. I have it. I'll pause on these because I get asked every now and then how many of them I have and which ones I have. I have a lot of them. The Wild Fans one I just got. So yeah, those are the ones that I have. And then all the many yearbooks, encyclopedias, hockey books. There's the hockey card ones. Ken Reed's. Those are good. Those are good books. And there are still books that I wasn't able to find room for in here. So this is not all of them. I've got the new ones, of course. Dennis Burke one was sent to me. Thank you very much. Baseball almanacs in there as well. Yearbooks, yearbooks, and yearbooks galore. And this almanac right here, I just got that. So I'm looking forward to going through that, looking through the pages within. It's got every career that existed before 2000 and during 2000, and gets into that kind of stuff. Now, I still have the Vegas Strong poster up here. I didn't get rid of it. Atlanta Thrashers, which you don't see on camera, and then you get up to the Canucks, which you probably do. And there's this Gretzky one that's been ajar forever because they don't really hang straight. And then there's the standings board that I never did get to use that this year. I had intended to. Fully, completely intended to. I get asked a lot about that Islanders flag. I got that the year that it came out because I couldn't believe that was a thing. So I got it right away. That Kings one is probably my favorite pennant. I think that Kings one's absolutely gorgeous. There's Ducks, Sundin. Or Sedines, I should say, not Sundin. And so that's the stuff that's on that wall that you may not see a lot of. And then behind here, there's even a Kings locker room. Proving that anything that has Kings on it, I probably have, even though I'm not a Kings fan. So the new racks. The first one, this is your Anaheim, Arizona, Boston, Buffalo, Calgary, Carolina. And of course, that has Hartford in it as well. Chicago, Colorado, Columbus, and then the start of Dallas. Now, this is the rest of Dallas, and of course, I've got the All-Star jerseys at the front because I think it looks kind of smart to have the NHL logo at the front. And Detroit, Edmonton, Florida, LA, Minnesota, Montreal, Nashville. There's a lot of Montreal in here. Nashville, New Jersey, Islanders, and then Rangers bring up the rear on this one. And of course, if you look back here, you can see Atlanta Thrashers, do not enter. And there's my Bobby Orr. And of course, there's the Boston Bruins there with the Stanley Cup from 1971, I do believe. And then there's Clint Malarchuk and Dan Bouchard with the Atlanta Flames right there. So a lot of Atlanta on my wall, considering they've lost their team twice. And then we get into Ottawa. Philadelphia's here. Lot of Philadelphia. Lot of Pittsburgh. I have a ton of Pittsburgh. You guys will see that when I get to that in the histories. You'll notice with San Jose that I haven't had that one in a video in years. That's the stadium jersey. Yvonne fixed it for what will be likely its last time. We'll get into that when I get into the San Jose jersey history, but that one's been an absolute pain in the you-know-what. St. Louis, right behind them. Tampa Bay is behind that. Now, this is where the alphabet takes a bit of a turn. That it should be Toronto and Vancouver, but instead it goes from Tampa to Vegas, Washington, and Winnipeg. And then with Winnipeg, I threw in Atlanta. I've also got the Cancer jerseys in here. I've got a Jets Cancer jersey here and the Dallas one as well. But I have Toronto and Vancouver over in the same. So this is on the other wall. Notice it's still blank. That's the Canucks corner. And I've got Vancouver and Toronto with all of the fashion jerseys in this corner. So that's all Vancouver and Toronto. And then the fashion jerseys are in there as well. So it's not just Vancouver and Toronto. But I realized, okay, so I'm going to need all 4 racks. And I don't want to have the fashion jerseys in with the others. And it was kind of a hassle. I would say it took me probably about an hour and a half to get all 4 racks completely organized. And there's probably still 1 or 2 hanging around in here that should probably be on a different rack. Like that Islanders right there, I've got to move that one out. That would be the, yeah, and there's Blues in here as well. So there's still some work to be done. There's Ottawa's first. So Ottawa's original. Pittsburgh, that's the stadium jersey. Blues, that's the 90s throwback of sorts. It's a reissue by CCM. It's not the one with the stripes that they're using currently. That's the original stripes. And then Islanders, that's a stadium from them as well. There is no end to the ugly Islanders jerseys. I think that's it. Because in here, that's Pittsburgh. And then I think that's it. And then I think it's all Toronto. Toronto and Vancouver from there. But yeah, it's interesting. And that one, you see the BC flag in there, that's the Abbotsford Heat. So it's a lot of work, but there's still more work left to be done. So the cat trees have been moved back. They are now right next to the television. And they are right above the new ottoman that I bought, which is next to all the boards. So there's a lot of boards. And that's something that I'm going to work on thinning out too. And then of course there's the window that the cats are always looking out of. And right now Bear is she's got her face pressed right in there. So there you go. Get kind of a cat video out of as well. And the next step is we have to repair the tree, which is easy enough because we have right down here the glue and the rope, which you can use to replace the broken parts of the tree. And of course there's my Ovechkin, the Bruins, and there's the class of 67, which you guys have a hard time seeing during videos because Shadow's always bathing himself. There's an Olli Jokinen picture that was sent by a subscriber. There's also a picture of Bo Horvat down here right next to the Bo Horvat figure that I have, and I moved my my silver plaque from YouTube today over here. It was an absolute nightmare. It sucked. That Patrice Bergeron that you see there, Yvonne got me that. That was a Christmas present, not this year, but last year. I believe it was last Christmas she got me that, and it's taken me this long to find it a spot on the wall. So for people who send me stuff and go, hey, it's not up on the wall. Yep, my wife's stuff she got me a year ago still isn't on the wall. I had thought about taking this Bruins one down, but you know, in all honesty, I like it, and I don't know what I would replace it with. This I'm a hockey fan one. I got that one from my mother, and yeah. The one thing that I always laugh about, and of course then up on the ceiling I've got that because of course I do. That covers up the hole nicely. That way nobody's attention's drawn to the ceiling and the fact that there was problem with the register up there. Of course, there's Vegas, Devils, Flyers, Red Wings, Penguins. I've got multiple Penguins on the wall. Canucks, and of course that's the Canucks corner, which now with those jerseys, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, right? Where it'll be the Canucks pictures and then the jerseys will be in there as well. So I may have to move some of the pictures around, which is nice because I've got that empty space on the wall now. Tampa Bay, Senators. And for people who say, Shannon needs lighting, I've got studio lighting. I've got 2 of these. The reason that I only use the one is because if I use both, I get an absolute glare on the board every single time. And then it ends up being too bright and I look like I'm a ghost. So I'm not a big fan of that either. See, Shadow must know there's a video going on. Hey, you need to stop bathing yourself all the time. Because people make comments about you bathing yourself all the time. And they say that it's obsessive. And it's not good. No, you don't start bathing me either. That's not good. And then I've got Pixel, who sits in this spot all day. This is right next to our daughter's room. So she's not in videos, but she's always in the room. And her sister has decided that she likes to come in underneath all my jerseys now. We're not done cleaning this, and she's like, that's fine. You don't need to finish cleaning it. I'll just lay down in here. So she's found herself a nice quiet spot to lay down and stay away from the other cats and stay away from the kids. So there you go. Just sort of a kind of a tour and a look at things around my room. And we end up kind of where we started. What else is back here? Yeah, and there's the Danger Canucks. And yeah. So, and that was actually made for me by a subscriber. So, I do keep a hold of these things. And in the midst of going through all of my stuff, which I'm still in the process of doing, going to find a better way to display some of the collection that I've had. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.